Hello everyone, I am Deadsoul24 and welcome back to Reverses, a show we pit two characters from different universes and see who will win a fight based on the research. Today we are paying two doctors, well based on scientists to be precise, that have gone to really bad. Not as the bad on the character, but you know what I mean, as an evil at best. And forgive me for pronouncing the names, but from ARMS, Dr. Coyle, whatever, versus Moira from Overwatch. Two scientists done good and pretty much gone to the evil organization. With that said, let us begin. Now, for Dr. Essentially, hope I pronounced this right, she was starting out as a director. If you don't know what I'm talking about, well, she's the director of the ARMS Laboratories. You see, for those who don't know about ARMS Laboratories, they're pretty much this is how the game has been created. And based enough how the ARMS characters like say Spree-Man, Raven Girl, or etc. to put with giant robot arms, though except for the Mac. But anyways, she had been fascinated, and as a genius as well. She always had a fascination with arms, ever since she was a young girl. And she decided to devote herself entire life to researching for arms. But then, her plans change. What she really wanted to do is to become simply the most powerful arms fighter of all time. And based on she's been career of Hogling, Springtron, and Heckle, but that's for a different time. With that said, she pretty much became a crazy scientist or a mad scientist at best, and decided to become stronger. As for Moira, if I pronounce right, she actually kind of started out as, well, a good professional. A decade ago actually, she's actually been in much more success, especially being part of Overwatch scientists. Matter of fact, she managed to get her work so dangerous, and it only led to Blackwatch. Unfortunately, her work pretty much disbanded after Overwatch had been shut down and pretty much out of her business. Although there are rumors that she does manage got to a job in C. Arcus and renouncing her career. But really, she was actually accepted and joined Talon, a terrorist organization that remains among other criminals, including ex-Overwatch members such as Wheelmaker and Reaper. So basing up with her work now restored, well, in her own image for Talon, she is successful once more and aided the terrorist group. And seeing that her success over this, I think it's a good call if you're pretty much run down. Although you could be a doctor who find cancer, to be honest. But I digress. With that said, what can both of them do? Well, for Rhea, thanks to the ability of her arms characters, she is able to possess of her string arms. With it, she can able to allow her to, let's say, punch her opponent long distance. And based on so forth, she also consists of having the rush, and not only that, she also a special genius. Sorry, what I meant to say is that she has a much more string opponent as well as rotation and third arm. And also rush. And based on animal arms, there's playing arms. Such as, for example, she has playing arms such as Wocha, a pretty much a very charged one at best, Fribro, a slow down with her opponents, and even Brockchuck, a boxing glove or box that when charged against ice effect at best. And I don't know if this is actually count as an arsenal for this, but based on how she also possesses Huckle. In the Grand Prix, she is able to summon Huckle and lose. A giant magical mass to add increase to AR's character to his wielders. And showing the footage where I pretty much showed there. To put it simply, this is Ar's version of Majora Mask, but only for boxing for some reason. Anyways, yeah, with that being said, what about Moira? Well, she's not, as a specific scientist, she's pretty good at other genetics, and her icon one is her biagonal attachments. Where using it, she can be built in and gain abilities such as biotech gloss, orbs, bait, and construct. However, there's one thing you need to know. She actually possesses the way to absorbing life form. Such as, for example, with the yellow, she can able to heal her allies. With the dark, she can able to use it to heal herself and based on therefore. And with it, she able can fade out, etc. And when combined together, she uses the construct, a mere purple and yellow beam that pretty much destroy anyone who gets nearby, and based on heal her allies and including herself. To put it simply, Mega Blast from Iron Man, but only heal it with a female scientist with no iron or armor. I could go with good jokes about this, but I have to admit that is pretty cool. And basically enough, she also had military experience stick to being service as Blackwatch and take a part of the present incident. Oh, and also she's much more ruthless as well it turns when she believes that humanity is much more arrogant when it comes to civic research. I'm gonna feel that familiar. But yeah, she, with her dose, she's pretty much the deadliest of Blackwatch and Talon at best. Even led to her becoming, well, what? Supposedly managed to turn Wheelmaker into a Talon assassin at best, and respond for Grim Reaper, like for Grim's healing powers, or even his powers at best. Whew. Well, with that said, both of them have flaws. Well, mainly towards Dr. Krantz. While Dr. Krantz is a skilled one and giantess, she's, well, a sore loser at heart. Due to her arrogance, as well as her own temper becoming the strongest, she pretty much a sore loser, downright obsessed arms and including the Grand Prix. Also, her shadow doesn't appear when she vanishes, but that's different. Plus, she is self-explanatory when it led to her own becoming mentally unstable. Particularly, she's obsessed with her becoming stronger. And to put it simply, she got psycho. Not as crazy, but based on willing to do anything to become stronger. It's like Goku, but based on if he was a girl, and based on he got cuckoo crazy if he was part of Dr. Joel's creations. Spoilers, there's a what if of Kid Goku becoming an android, but that's different. That in mind, she is a sort of loser. She is a scientist, but she really needs to get some therapy. I mean, seriously, she has a lot of problems at this point. I think that there's not gonna be a sequel arms isn't there for more character, isn't there? Well, there's also the same for Moira. Now, she is not a technical sword user, but she mostly not a physical fighter. Just mostly go to a close destroying energy or even health at best. But she mostly weak to long range options, making her healing biological grass requires biological energy, which it can slowly recharge over time. But she's sadistic and pretty much superior and complex. And to be fair, while she used her own grass, it mostly take time. If she took too much damage, well, let's just say she'll pretty much get herself killed and pretty much at the end of her story. Although to be fair, she does have her own upsides, but that's for difference. To put it simply, Moira, a really good genius and based on one of the ones of talent or scientist at best, but she is mostly weak towards long range options depending on her based on her gauntlets and based on it took a long time to get her healed. Again, why should you just become a doctor and pretty much save everyone by curing cancer, to be honest? Just saying out there at best, considering that, or based on considering with COVID-19. I pretty much talked too much about it, huh? Pretty much, yep. Besides their flaws, both scientists are pretty good at their own. Well, some of them one of them is just a sort of loser, but they're still good. And based on that, they did achieve a lot of great things, well, one of them at least, but only one scientist can still stay alive. And I think it's a pretty clear one because the winner is Moira, or Moira. Anyways, with that being said, she did win. Now, before you all say, oh, but Dr. Coyle, she had much more bigger advantages. She had much more arsenal than Moira. Yeah, one. Just because that she had bigger arms, or at best, doesn't mean she can win a fight. Two, there are main reasons why that Moira won outside just having to survive some stuff. For starters, let's talk about speed. Now at best, Dr. Coyle is at best somewhere scaling to some other arm fighters, like say Screamman, where he can avoid / react to major missiles from other armed characters, which at best can be at somewhere at Sonic level. Okay, but here's comparison to Moira's stats, where at speed she can go back with Sonic with Hypersonic. If she skilled to characters like say Genji, where he was able to fight to Windmaker's bullets, at best can travel about 750.9944882. Sorry, that fast. And as well, she managed to skill to distance bullets from a minigun, which can fire about Mach 6 at best. And plus, she can able to react to Tracer, comparing to Tracer at least, who can able to react to Wheelmaker's own rifle, where at back Mach 238. As for release string, it's pretty much clear to that for Dr. Coyle. But the term of striking string, such attack potency, durability, and intelligence, that pretty much go to Moira. Although stamina is quite debatable, considering that Arms characters have much more stamina than Overwatch characters. But that being said, Moira is definitely much more stronger, and she get able to, with her ration, she get able to destroy a building that can, like a larger skyscraper, over about 42 tons of TNT. As for Dr. Coyle, she get able mostly skilled to at best building level at least, where she get able to summon Max First, who can set him flying and pretty much destroy Hygo's body and Trajam. But that's where it all ends, because what this read about is pure from their intelligence and experience. While Moira is a skilled fighter, she never actually got to a much more experience in comes with fighting. As for Moira, even though she's not a physical fighter, she definitely shown that she had much more military experience and found a far more genius or intelligence than having Moira. After all, it was Dr. Chris's desire to become stronger, and facing now, that led to her downfall. So to put it in short summary, while Dr. Chris is much more lifting strength than Moira, and debatable in stamina, and had much more arsenal, but in the end, her life was just ended due to having much more a better speed, striking strength, intelligent experience, and surviving much more damage, and base out smash damage from 1.18 tons of TNT from Wrecking Ball, and plus better way to ending the fight. That includes using her own wrist gauntlets to it, either restoring help from Dr. Cursley. Man, I really need to learn how to pronounce characters' names right. Overall, Dr. Crane may be strong and much better hands, but in the end, there will be no mercy for Moira. The winner is Moira from Overwatch.
Get ready for the next battle.